In 2016, we had over 750 homicides, nearly 4,000 shootings.
More than New York and LA combined.
We all have a problem with gun violence that is almost unheard of in any other affluent country in the world.
What would happen if our government agencies and departments broke down every barrier, worked in partnership, shared information and data, all for the benefit of our citizens?
We started the Crime Lab 10 years ago with the idea that we could have impact by working very closely with government agencies to try and solve these complicated social problems right now that no city in the country really has a solution to.
There was a lot already going on, lots of nonprofits, lots of people in neighborhoods already working to try to have an impact. But what was lacking was an ability to understand which of those efforts really was moving the needle. And so the University of Chicago recognized research was a core strength that it had, and we ought to be partnering to generate the evidence.
Crime Lab started out with this purposeful intent to be actively engaged with government agencies and working together to implement, analyze, iterate.
The data are people. Those are people's stories being told, and we have a huge responsibility to make sure that we are doing our best to both tell the truth and understand what's working and what's not working.
My brother, he booked for like 20 years. My sisters, all of them had kids at young ages. My mama, her mama died when she was 12 years old. My daddy, he pretty much walked out of my life when I was about 13 years old.
I was 13 years old, first time I witnessed someone shot and killed. And then the following year, got involved in the streets. Was part of one of the local gangs.
My mom passed in the year of 2000. She was murdered. My dad has been in and out of jail all my life.
Go into a classroom and ask the question, how many people you know who have been a victim of homicide? Ask that question.
It was a tale of two cities, and it still is.
When you talk about a 10-year history and relationship and this partnership coming together in ways that are literally helping to save lives.
When I was district commander and we tried to figure out and predict where crimes would happen, we kind of did it on paper and a board and a chart and kind of looked at historical and kind of looked at, we were trying to do those things, but not using the data analysis that we were able to do with the Crime Lab.
We could bring the power of data and science to bear to partner with their insights, co-producing the knowledge in many ways, leverage a little bit of private money for a demonstration into changing what the public sector does with its much greater level of resources.
Whether it's Chicago or Philadelphia or anywhere else, the police departments of those great cities and the great work that those men and women do cannot, in many instances, by themselves, stop crime, prevent crime, and it really has to be a community-wide effort.
If you look at what the city of Chicago has done, it's leaned very heavily on social programs, right? So for instance, the Youth Guidance Becoming a Man program and variants of that have become a really important centerpiece of the city's anti-violence strategy.
So aside from having an impact on crime per se and an impact on the city, Crime Labs also had an impact on the way we think about addressing social problems at the University of Chicago.
READI Chicago is a program that is designed to reduce violence in our city by focusing with individuals who are more likely to be victims and offenders of violence, particularly gun violence.
What this initiative is doing for these young men, man, this is unparalleled. For this population, yeah, unparalleled.
Thankful to READI and the program, we get a chance to have these 8 hours off the street, and we're learning these job techniques. We're getting this job training. We're going through these job transitions. We're getting this cognitive behavioral therapy, which is extremely important. I think CBT is probably the most important thing that we get out of this whole READI initiative.
Our city is an amazing city, very vibrant, very resilient.
I like to think of this vest right here as like a cape. You know what I'm saying? Because when I wear this, I feel like a superhero. I feel like READI Chicago, we are the neighborhood heroes. We are the future of the neighborhood heroes.
I know without a shadow of a doubt, if it wasn't for this program and probably me switching schools and doing what I did, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
I am a BAM graduate. I'm now a BAM counselor, and I work in a CPS school, counseling and mentoring youth.
WOW changed my life. Like, I would probably be dead right now, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie.
When there was times where I told them, I'm ready to give up, I'm ready to just turn around and go back to what I'm used to, they would genuinely touch my shoulder or hug me and just be like, no, we're not doing it. Like, we brought you here for a reason. Like, we trying to, officially 360 turn you around. Like,
I think we've started to accomplish something useful over the last 10 years, but we've got a lot of work left to do.
I really do believe that we can see a day where your talent and your capability is what determines your destiny, not what zip code you're born into or what color your skin is. And I think really showing the government how to invest resources in ways that make that true has been, the work that we've tried to do. I know it sounds grandiose, but really at the end of the day, that's what this is about.